What is up, you guys? I'm literally sitting in a parking lot right now because I'm early for my appointment. And I had this message that I wanted to share with you. So we all have moments of doubt, right? Like everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how successful your business is. It doesn't matter. We all have moments of doubt. Everybody does, right? Everybody does. So what I wanted to tell you guys, because a lot of people will ask me, they'll be like, how do you switch that? What do you do? How do you combat those feelings? Blah, 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 blah. One of the things that a lot of us don't realize is if we're not present and we're not catching that in the moment, what does it do? It snowballs, right? Like we start to doubt ourselves and we feel bad. We question our confidence. We question our own abilities. Sometimes we sit down with a pen and paper and we try to write out a solution. And basically what we're doing in those moments is we're obsessing over that problem. We're obsessing over that doubt. We're putting so much time and attention on the doubt that we're not pulling ourselves out of that thought process. Instead, we're amplifying that doubt. We're seriously basically like adding a loudspeaker to it and turning that doubt up. And by putting all of that time and attention onto it, because we're like, oh, but what if this is true? And what if that's true? And how do I fix it? And so in those moments, there's nothing wrong with obviously being constructive and trying to step out of that and figure out the way to get past doubt and how to move forward. But I welcome you to start using this tool first. When you have any sort of doubt or any sort of like you're questioning anything, most of the time this is us, we're questioning ourselves, right? Anytime that starts to happen, what I want you to do is stop, and before you do anything else, remind yourself who you are. Here's what I mean by that. This might sound super cheesy to you guys. I don't even care. Remind yourself who you are. Think about that. What have you accomplished? How do you normally handle things? What kind of a person are you? Like, look at those things. So for example, if you have a track record of getting shit done, of following through, of being there for people, of making things happen, of always figuring it out, of, coming out ahead, whatever it is, if you have that stuff as a track record, and most of you do, we choose to focus on the negative, but that's not what I'm asking you to do here. I'm asking you to look at your track record and remind yourself who you are and what you're capable of in those moments of doubt. Because that's the thing. Doubt is going to be there. It's just like fear. It's going to happen, whatever. It's a part of life. I'm hot. It's one of those weird days where it's like sort of cold out and the sun is like super hot. Anyway. So remind yourself of that. That's what you need to be looking at, because when the doubt comes in, if you start looking at all the things that you haven't done right, or all the things that you might not do right, or all the things that might not work, well, then that's exactly what you're creating. That's what you're amplifying. That's what you're attracting. That's what you're focusing on. So that's where your status, like your mindset and your vibe is going to go, is to what you can accomplish. Cannot accomplish is what I just said. Not to what you can or what you have. So just a little tool to put in your pocket and remind yourself of who the fuck you are, basically. Like, I had a moment this morning where I was like, oh my God, and I was doubting myself. And I started thinking and I was like, hold on a second. Real talk. I know what I'm capable of. Look what I've created. Look what I've done. Look at the decisions I've made and why I've made them. Those types of things, right? And so when you can look at that and look at what you've created and give yourself some freaking credit where credit is due, you pull yourself right out of that. You're back into the mode that you need to be in. You're back into the mindset that you need to be in so you can move forward and actually do the things that you want to do versus sitting there in that doubt, which we all know what that is. It piles and piles and it starts to compact in on us, and it's just not a positive place to be. So remind yourself of that next time that you're having those doubting feelings. Instead of sitting there, going deeper into it, or sitting down with a pen and paper, writing a list about how you're going to get past it, instead, stop for a minute and remind yourself who you are, what you've accomplished, how strong you are, how capable you are, what you've done. Like, basically, remind yourself that you're a fucking badass and allow yourself to stand in that for a minute and be like, okay, that's true. Just like when people are like, it's a really bad day. Cool. We've all had bad days. You have a pretty good track record of surviving them so far, don't you think? Flip it. So just a mindset shift, quick, easy little to-do that you can put in your pocket and go to whenever you have those problems. So that is my 2 cents today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to let me know. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. And I'll talk to y'all later. Cheers.